college graduates are turning into communists, angry communists, who will fight you for Black Friday deals when they're not marching to burn it all down. The reason is simple: college grads are losing their elite status, and the more educated, the harder they are falling. So there was a time going to college was a guaranteed ticket to the middle class. Those days are gone thanks to a combination of too many people going to college on the taxpayer dime, while choosing majors like gender studies or psychology that never had much value and are now collapsing between cuts to government grants, Trump's war on DEI, and the coming AI tsunami on white-collar jobs. In raw numbers, the college wage premium nearly doubled between 1980 and 2000, so that's the amount that a college degree boosts your income. But since then, it's been crawling down to the point that almost a third of undergrad degrees and almost half of master's degrees actually lose money, as in you spent more on tuition and years of lost wages than you got back in future pay. These include liberal arts and English, fine arts, education, psychology, even biology. In fact, pretty much the only slam dunk degrees these days are engineering, medicine, and nursing. To give a sense, plumbers and electricians make nearly double a liberal arts major who spent, on average, $150,000 on their degree all in. It's actually a lot worse. Professor Brian Kaplan calculates that almost the entire college wage premium is actually colleges cherry-picking the best students who would have done just fine without the degree. So Harvard takes the top 0.1% of engineers, feeds them beer for 4 years, then claims credit for the $500,000 paychecks. Control for that, and college is barely worth it for most majors. Fortunately, the kids and their parents are realizing this. College enrollment is down 2.5 million since COVID. The trades grew by a fifth, and almost half of parents say they do not want their kids to go to college, instead learning a trade or starting a business. But the problem is the suckers who already spent $150,000 and make less than blue collars, they are angry. A fascinating 2019 study says they are communists waiting to happen. The study analyzed participants in the Finnish Civil War, which pitched Bolshevik communists against conservative counter-revolutionaries. In short, it found the communists were overwhelmingly people who had grown up comfortable or even rich, but failed in life. People like Karl Marx or Zoran Mamdani, who turned $68,000 prep school into a failed career as a DJ before discovering democratic socialism. In fact, a number of studies dating back to the 70s have found high education and low income is the magic potion for communism, for wanting to burn it all down in hopes of ruling over the ashes. It gives us the familiar vignette of privileged kids with gender studies degrees throwing rocks because plumbers make twice their pay. So what's next, brought to you by I Trust Capital, is actually a model for this, Peter Turchin's elite overproduction theory. The punchline is when an elite is dispossessed, they become dangerous. Historically, they do lead to civil war. So the violence and rhetoric we're seeing from the left is not surprising, and expect more as Trump continues boosting blue-collar pay with deportations and reshoring manufacturing, while draining the left's government grants, all while AI decimates the low-skill white-collar jobs that psych majors live off. Read the rest with charts and all the gory details at profitandknowledge.com. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.